Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Scott, and this is Davion, and a happy good morning. This is Green Punk Entertainment, Tales from the Film Set, and an early wake up for Obi-Wan's episode 6 at this point because of scheduling. We had to do it today. We had to do it this morning. So guess what? We're not going to write the heck out to get the things going. I got 2 cups of coffee sitting in this nice little cup right here. Davion, I'm not sure what you're doing to survive on this, but
I'm going by pure energy.
Energy, grit, and possibly a hint of rage if you need. Like I said, this episode is 51 minutes, so it's a little shorter than I expected. I was hearing something about the fact that it's going to be an hour and a half. So for all intents and purposes, I'm curious to see what they end up doing with the 40 minutes less than I had anticipated. Currently, right now, I'm sitting at 4 seconds in. There's an alert on here saying there are certain scenes in this fictional series that some viewers may find upsetting. Because the entire series has not been basically about, death and torture and things like that. So, but something in these scenes in this episode, some people may be upset. Some fans actually are upset, and we'll probably get to this in the review, in the recap, which, by the way, we can start at any point if you want.
All right, let's go.
All right, so doing a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm at 4 seconds, so I'll give it a couple seconds here.
Don't worry about it.
All right, and we're off. We're off. So fans actually were somewhat upset by the fact that Reva survived last week, not because of the Reva character, but because Darth Vader inexplicably decided, you know what, I'm going to let her live. She betrayed me. She tried to kill me, but whatever, let bygones be bygones, because that is true Darth Vader personality right there. Action scenes last week I thought were pretty solid overall, but talk to me, man. What do you think?
Now, I will say this much by the looks of things. She is going to redeem herself. I am going on a win with this. Obi-Wan is actually going to find out that Layla is going to get betrayed. Well, this is my opinion. Either that or Darth Vader is going to do something so despicable to the point where we're going to see it was going to be something based off the books.
I don't. Well, that would actually make a lot of sense. I don't see it happening here because, again, at the end of the day, this is Disney. This is not the books. This is not, the expanded universe or any of the things that we saw here. The fact that they, that again, Darth Vader let her live is. This is a guy, and this is something I was watching Star Wars Theory on this, and Toos brought up a great point that when Jedi librarian Jocasta Nu told a bunch of troopers that Anakin Skywalker was in fact Darth Vader, she killed Jocasta Nu, yes, but he killed that entire garrison to ensure that secret never got out. Yet she knows, and he let her live. That does not make a lot of sense, and even he was having a hard time trying to explain that one. So. Anyway, so we got about 47 minutes left, I think, at this point, probably including credits. Like I said, a little less time than I expected here. So I'm curious to see how they're going to try and close this out in such a short period of time.
Right.
But, okay, here we go.
But isn't there talk of a season 2?
Supposedly, yes. And this may open up something in there where, who knows? Maybe Obi-Wan and Vader actually face off at the end of this series. Lightsabers drawn, and then just theories would just end there. That could go out on a good note.
Yeah.
But as George Lucas said, everything is a circle, and now we are back on Tatooine again. So. So. Maybe she is redeemed. Okay, yeah, see, that loses interest in me somewhat. I wonder if that was admittedly maybe a Disney decision to expand the series and everything.
Yeah. Where maybe she was originally slated to die. Or not. We don't know.
That's true. I'm just theorizing here in this case, but I don't know.
There's a lot of possibilities.
Sure.
Because you never heard of her character.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, this is a massive, massive galaxy. So, right now, during all of this, Ezra Bridger is just starting to come into his own a little bit, starting to grow up a little bit. Kanan Jarrus and all the characters from Rebels, it's a few years before they become well known. So, again, this series has been sold on Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen being like the tandem here to really make this thing work.
Right.
She's like, well, we're screwed. So,
Ewan McGregor looked like he aged fine. Like he didn't even age old. He
well,
it's like
God,
he's better at age right now. Like my age doesn't even like he could be in his early 40s.
It's funny. This takes place 10 years after, but he's 17 years older. And somehow or other, he feels like he only aged like maybe 4 or 5 years. The indubitable charm that is Ewan McGregor, I suppose. I don't know I forget who this kid is that's playing Leia, but I think she's got a good future here. And hey, we have Luke now.
Yeah.
Is that? I wonder.
What, the actor?
No. I wonder if that's the shop that Anakin was raised in as a slave. Because it kind of looks like it. We love you. It's funny. A lot of these characters don't really know much about Obi-Wan here, so a lot of them be like, "All right, cool. You're going to save us some time. Get the fuck out. We have a chance of living. Get out." Yeah, it's like I said, Ewan McGregor has been the one selling the series the whole way through. I figure if this story was just about some other random Jedi, it wouldn't actually suffice, but
right,
the series wouldn't do as well. But I'm glad to see these two getting some love.
Right.
Bill Edgerton, and I forget her name, but to see them actually have, scenes, I think is nice. Yeah. He wants to bail and get the hell out. Yeah. But the only question that I've got with these two being as close as they are in this series, she never really, in the message that she sends to Obi-Wan in New Hope, it doesn't really convey any of the stuff. Only the fact that you fought for my father during the Clone Wars, not you saved my ass 10 years ago, and I remember you for being awesome.
You know what? Yeah, because they never really explained the whole conversation like this fully.
Yeah, and I'm curious about that. Unless maybe I don't know, memory wipe. So,
Or unless it was supposed to be not mentioned. I
mhm.
mean,
I don't know.
me either.
Mhm. He,
Oh
yeah. He didn't want to give her a blaster because she's 10 years old, but at the same time, she's been through all this stuff and be like, here, have a gun, survive.
no, it was a pouch.
Yeah, but he also said the line basically, you can't have a blaster, you're only 10 years old.
Oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Ha, nice.
mm-hmm.
Hmm. Him talking to Qui-Gon is great. He did commune with Qui-Gon. Hmm. Qui-Gon was the one that actually trained him how to become one with the Force. Hmm. Hmm. I do like the dynamic between Obi-Wan and Roken.
Yeah.
You know, and I see him basically. Cube's kid's got a future too. You know, of all the sub characters on here, I think I like him the most.
Oh, Ice Cube son.
Yeah, you know, I like his character more than I think any of the non-original prequel characters.
Mm.
Him, I could see him getting if he survives this. I could see him getting his own series. I see. I figure with a Star Destroyer like that, you can split them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, keep pursuit and then just send a group after Obi-Wan. You have enough people. Look at the size of the Star Destroyer. You're telling me you can't send out ships to do both?
But you know what Darth Vader is driven by revenge. So his
Yeah.
main focus is let me go after.
You're probably right on that, but
Forget them. Those like little ants to me.
mm-hmm. Like I said, with these two, Owen and Baru, you know, they're the same ones from episode 2 and technically episode 3. So it must have been a nice reunion for the two of them as well.
Yeah.
And right
they
now,
didn't age either. Like that.
yeah. Joel Edgerton is actually filming something in New Jersey right now too.
What?
The guy that plays Owen, he's actually filming something right now in New Jersey because I was in the hunt to actually stand in for the guy, and I thought that would have been damn freaking cool.
Yeah.
But now rumor has it this is a trap set on Mustafar, which if he goes back to Mustafar, that would be great.
Yeah. I will chase him alone.
Yeah. Here's the will of the Force that I face him directly.
Y'all just stand back and to my orders. If I say don't chase the others, I say don't chase the others. We could always go back and get them.
It was not the ship that he used in New Hope either. That's the Emperor. That was the ship I think the Emperor had, the same model. Lola, Lola, Lola. I would guess. Go ahead. I'm sorry, please.
No, just said behave, little one.
Exactly. I would guess Hayden Christensen said the lines as Darth Vader, and then James Earl Jones just dubbed them over, ADR'd them later.
Yeah.
But give Hayden Christensen some lines too, which is nice.
And then I bet you come to find out she's not there to attack them.
I was wondering that too.
Alexa, one off.
Yeah, when it said Reva panting weakly, it's like, she's just here for water.
Or she's just there just to negotiate.
Or basically, I'm honor bound to protect the kid.
Obi-Wan.
Okay, that's a great. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that should have happened when he came out. He sees him. Obi-Wan.
This is a nice shot right here too. I will do it. That was the same line he had right before the end of their battle in Revenge of the Sith. Or, Revenge of the Sith. I will do what I must.
Yeah. Yep, it was going to end with a battle, but we thought the battle ain't going to.
Yeah, the only problem is obviously in this case, we know for a fact both of them live, so it does lose some drama. I mentioned that in the Dragon Ball Super video that I did, that with everything that happens in Dragon Ball Super, for a fact that, your main characters are going to survive. So this battle loses a little drama, but that's not the fault of the series.
Right. So you think it's the fault of the fan service?
No, it's the fact that we know there's an episode 4, so we know these two face off again 10 years from now. So this battle, like the one in the end of Revenge of the Sith, doesn't ultimately mean anything because where all the characters are going to end up. It's just the circumstance of the series. There's nothing wrong with it in my mind.
I like her look.
Yeah. Yeah, the light off her face is actually from the lightsaber is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're not taking the shot. She's out in the open. Fear, maybe. No, there we go. Oh, good job, dumbass. You missed.
Mm-hmm.
Throw a plant at her.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, okay, see that's a nice job right there.
Mm-hmm.
With that distant shot that they had to bring it back into. In close quarters like that, with the cavern around that would limit Darth Vader's ability because of the fact that he was never as mobile in the suit as he was actually without it.
Right.
So a battle inside a cavern like that's a really smart move on Obi-Wan's part. How?
Yeah, because Darth Vader's not as fast as they think he is with that outfit.
Yeah, it's largely brute strength. supposedly Darth Vader was 80% as powerful as Anakin was.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. That was actually really cool, though. Force earthquake.
I'm gonna bury you.
Honestly, smart.
Without saying too many words.
Yeah. And even if Obi-Wan, gets out, which maybe he survives, where's he going to go except straight up?
Facts.
The fact they called him master. No, don't walk. Oh my God. Why does Darth Vader keep doing this and not verify dead people? Yeah, I mean, I can see this battle taking place like this. She is injured from the last one, but she was an Inquisitor, and he's honestly at the end of the day just a rural farm dude. Also, if you notice, she's not trying to kill them. She had a dozen opportunities to kill them, but she's not. So, will she become the new protector of Luke? That may be the series that they're going to open up then. See, this is cliched villain stupidity number 4.
Yeah.
Never, ever assume and just walk away and just assume that basically the person you thought was dead is dead. Always look for a body, especially if he just admitted that his strength has returned. Now he levels up.
Time to go Super Saiyan.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to say it.
That's okay. And hey, he got out, and Darth Vader doesn't look for a body. Oh my God! Your arrogance is your.
Maybe it was intentional.
I'm not convinced. Not at this point. I'm sorry. I think honestly, at the end of the day, it's just crap writing. Although it does give us more lightsaber duels between these two. I'll give it that. I could watch that all day.
Nice.
Yeah, that was nice. That's cool.
Let me show you true power.
That's friggin' awesome. And that's why you got to make sure that the body is dead. Mm-hmm. Always check for a body.
Isn't there more than one like different sides? Like you got the dark side, you got the Jedi.
Yeah, here's the thing. Everything is part of the wills. But there's the light and the dark, and then there's always varying degrees in both parts of it. Right. Mace Windu was kind of a
Half.
more of a gray Jedi, if you will.
You're right.
You know, Qui-Gon as well. All right, see this? This can tie into New Hope here. When I was with you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. Nice. Is it going to reveal? I wonder if it's going to reveal a face. I wonder if it's going to, if the helmet's going to come off, it's going to see Anakin's face. See, I love the fact that they're doing some of the stuff from a distance with the light system like that. Yeah. Yep. And actually, the funny thing is, by showing the face like that, it's actually echoing a little bit of what happened with Rebels when Ahsoka did the same thing. Now, see, that's sharp. Different side of the face, but still sharp.
Right. Wow, this is...
Yep. Just the guilt, you know, and the sadness that's over. I mean, Obi-Wan here is so smart. Oh, that is so well done. I did. Is that this next line right here? Yep. Okay. Because that's the way that Darth Vader always said, you know, Anakin was weak and I killed him. Also tying in some of the lines when they faced off again in New Hope.
Don't walk away from me.
I know, right? All the future deaths that happen now because of the fact he didn't finish this battle is on Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
You know, just like all the times that basically they let, you know, Batman let the Joker rot in Arkham, get out, and then murder more people. Those deaths are ultimately on Batman.
Yeah.
So this, I'm not happy about this one right here.
Right. Because it's like he walked away by not finishing the job, but
Exactly.
it makes sense.
You got to build something towards New Hope. And I'll give it that, you know, and I understand where that was going. But I'm a little disappointed that this is how they chose to end this confrontation.
Now another confrontation.
Nice to see the actor playing Luke get a little bit of action going on.
Oh yeah, I forgot
What's that?
the speeder.
Yeah. Ow. Is she going to have a change of heart and not kill him? See, Yeah, see, this is remarkably predictable here.
Mm-hmm. Too late.
And he made really good time to get to Tatooine. Damn.
Too late. He's dead. Can we do the Carl moment from Walking Dead? We got to do the Carl moment. Oh, Carl. Wait, what's that sound? Oh.
No line of like, by the way, don't worry. You're the person that basically was just trying to kill you 10 minutes ago. Your kid's fine. Don't worry. I would lead with that if I was in that situation. If I was Reva right there.
Right.
Pay no attention if you hear the sound. My wife is currently making coffee.
Oh, okay.
Lady, say something. We know he lives. Oh, good. He moved.
Oh, Carl.
What a complete and unexpected surprise. Luke survived. They all survived.
Yeah.
And Reva, maybe she's not so bad after all. Mass murderer. She killed a bunch of people to get that close and briefly was named Grand Inquisitor. But, she opts not to kill a 10-year-old this time. And it's like, yeah, okay, you're not so bad. And by the way, you're still an enemy of the Empire, so you got that going for you. No, I think we just established that. You have not become him.
It's up to you.
Shit. Who you become now will be made in your own spin-off series. Now, this part will open up. Seeing Obi-Wan the way he is now will also explain when he has this final battle with Maul. I guess 6 years later, why he is so powerful at that point. Because his own personal crisis of faith is over. We both are. My best friend and my student is still out there murdering people, but hey, at least I feel better about it now.
Because he makes his own choice.
Exactly, yes. Like, I made the choice not to kill the guy that basically is murdering, the number 2 guy with the Empire. Although we're back on Mustafar. That's nice. Nice. God bless you, Ian McDiarmid. Oh, that is so good to see him again.
Good.
Yes. Good. Good.
My master.
My master.
Good. I must drink from the bottomless pits of hell.
You know, at this point, this brings it into this series. He's had what, 4 or 5 movies? How many? I was say, how many movies has Ian McDiarmid in? 3, 4, 5, 6 movies, and now this series. I don't know if anybody actually has had more across more series than him now at this point.
Right.
I mean, character but actor.
So not what's his name?
Ewan McGregor did 3 movies in the series. That's 4. Now Leia is clearly less playful. You know, surviving a kidnapping and near-death survival.
I'm going to take this seriously now.
Yeah, well, meet up with the official Alderaan psychologist to talk about what you deal with. My friend gave it to me. That we'll never, I won't mention later. So.
Oh.
Yeah. But again, there's the fact that we're seeing Alderaan, for real this time is nice. Because it makes it so much more impactful when they all die 10 years from now.
Obi-Wan!
More importantly, Lola. Yeah, see, that's a good dynamic again from the prequels.
Right.
The member berries are strong in this one.
And Boda.
Yes. If only someone was able to kill Vader when it had a chance. Ah, damn it. I'm sorry. I know I keep harping on that, but come on.
Let's hope that day never comes.
Exactly.
Because they need Vader to put a balance with the Force.
Protect the brother you don't know you have. You'll make out with him later. Stresses the Organa part.
Leia Anakin, which doesn't sound right.
Yeah, Leia Skywalker. So
Skywalker, yeah. Sorry, correction.
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Nah, it's okay. It came from your brother. In this case, Padme. Because, Padme was a badass.
Yeah.
Except in episode 3, where she was just basically barefoot and pregnant the entire movie. Both were? What do you mean were? They're right there. Oh. So I guess the kid knows she's adopted?
Sunday over the rainbow.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Okay, that explains how they tie it together. Somewhat. Mm. That's actually a really sweet scene right there, too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
May the force be with you too.
Which also, when he inevitably dies in New Hope, she's like, Luke, what's wrong? It's like, yeah. Funny thing, he saved my ass 10 years ago. She makes no mention of that, too. She's just sitting there consoling Luke. Yeah, 11 minutes left. We still have more left without a little bit left despite this. And now he's back in the original prequel robes that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Which shows him restoring himself back to where he was.
So will they ever meet Obi-Wan and the Mandalorian?
Mando, well, no, because Mando, he's only basically a kid at this point.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that happening. So it's okay. Come on down. So it's okay. Go do what you got to do. It's okay. That's fine. Yeah, my wife is grabbing something from I think storage or. But, go ahead. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, welcome to Film Theory. Yeah.
Do you think they ever going to do a remake of the classics?
There has been some talk that they might. I don't think Disney is going to do it because I think the backlash would be too great. But I think if they had their choice, they would. Yeah. But I think they're already on thin ice right now. Their stock is already down 39%. If you do something like that with this kind of franchise, no, I don't think you're coming back from that one. Not with Star Wars. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. I'll still be here though. Mm. Actually, it's funny that Ewan McGregor and Joel Edgerton actually kind of look alike too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they both look, the scraggly facial hair, a little more worn. Hmm. Hmm. Kind of digging this scene here too. Mm-hmm. And this also explains why Luke sort of knows Obi-Wan as this weird old hermit. Hmm. Hello there. Is he going to say it? Is he going to say that? Is he going to say it? Is he going to say it? Yes, he does. There it is. So he said the thing. He said the thing. And back to his cave he goes, I guess.
Now, who that there?
Oh, did Qui-Gon finally be? Oh shit! He finally actually was able to get his body back.
Wow.
Oh, that changes his entire dynamic. Oh, I love it.
Wow.
I always wondered why the Wills never actually helped him train to get his full body, because he still had audio. You know, he never completed his training to become a Force Ghost, which is why it was audio only and not, you know, physical. I never understood why they never really just finished the job. So obviously they did. And that's a nice touch. And he's going to walk off into the sunset. Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fix my hat right there. All right, I'm going to let you roll first with this because I have a bunch of things that I can say, and I don't want to overlap you.
Okay. Let me stop this. I understand where they're going with Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense because you're trying to build that audience back for the dynamic of different cultures. So I get that. Yeah, it's going to be people that are pissed off, but hey, it is what it is. Overall, yeah, they couldn't kill off Darth Vader. They couldn't kill off Obi-Wan because of they staying true to the whole series of the shows. So if you kill them off, now you're talking about a remake, and that will bring in backlash, like we were discussing. So far, I would say this episode, I wouldn't give it I wouldn't even give it a 5. Wait, matter of fact, no. Are we doing 1 to 10?
We'll do 1 to 10.
All right. I'm not giving it a 10 due to the fact that of the elements I said. I will give it a solid 7.
Okay. Same.
Based upon, don't get me wrong, it was entertaining. It was good to see Obi-Wan fight Darth Vader. There were certain things that we expected. They did a cliche moment where it was like, you know, you're not, as a villain. It's always the cliche villain moment where you're like, okay, he's dead. I'm walking away. Not realizing.
You heard me bitch on that one. Yeah, go ahead.
But not realizing, look, dude, yeah. But then again, you understand because you're like, yeah, you had to do something cheesy to make him stay alive. Even though I went up and said he went full. I like the fact that Rhea did grow a conscience, realized the wrongs that she did. That made a lot of sense, and that was kind of heartwarming a little bit. So I'm kind of interested to see how that series is going to go. But overall, yeah, a solid 7.
I think with the series, I think in the episode itself, I would have to give it a 7 as well. Again, you heard me. You know, you got to make sure there's a body. This is your mortal enemy. This is the one that disfigured you. You can't just sit there and drop a bunch of rocks on a Jedi you just admitted has gotten his strength back and be like, good enough. Let's go get Chinese. You know, it's just like basically this is somebody that Vader is in physical pain 24/7. That suit was designed in such a way to make sure he maintains his hate and is in constant physical pain, which actually augments his powers a little bit. So in this particular case, the very person that made that pain, you want to make sure there's a body. I mean, you would use his head as you would put that head in a trophy case. You know, not be like, you know what, I think we're good. But of course, in this case here, it did give the ability to have a second fight, which I thought was fantastic. I love the fact that, you know, it cut part of Vader's helmet off, which again was a match to what happened in Star Wars Rebels when Ahsoka did the exact same thing. Different side of the face, I believe, if I remember right. But I like the dynamic there. This series was 100% carried, I think, by Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen and Ice Cube's son. Again, probably my favorite of the new introduced characters here. Reva felt very formulaic. I'm evil, I'm angry. Hey, I saw a 10-year-old kid. Now I feel better. I mean, she's getting her own series, so I understand why they did that. I'm not really fired up about that series. I'm going to be honest with you, because again, it feels a little formulaic. I had to. My thing, I think, with Disney Star Wars that I'm noticing is they're not really taking chances. If you look at like the Dave Filoni Clone Wars stuff, he took chances. He did certain things, and he would take a character. You get to know them, you get to connect with them, like a lot of the clone troopers, and then bam, he kill them off. That was gutsy. He took chances with that. I don't see those kind of chances with the Disney Plus stuff as much. So to me, it feels a little formulaic. Again, Ewan McGregor, seeing him as Obi-Wan was great. Hayden Christensen, seeing him again as Anakin / Vader, whichever form they had in the episode, was great. Seeing that was filler that worked for me. But overall, I think it's a solid 7 for the series. Once I think the member berries wore off, I think I lost a little interest just because of the fact that the novelty of seeing these characters after 17 years is gone. Leia being kidnapped, I thought was a really smart way to bring him back into the fold. Props to Flea, by the way, from Red Hot Chili Peppers there for your your surprise cameo, we'll call extended cameo. If there's a series 2 for Obi-Wan, yes, I would probably watch it. But I may not have as much interest in it as I did this one because, again, the member berries have kind of worn off for me seeing Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan again.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to see it again just to basically keep the audience intrigued on my opinion. Like, I think me and you would do that, but it's just the fact that we want more. Like, I really want them to redo probably create a new Star Wars, a futuristic or a modern Star Wars where it introduce new characters and new casts. Because you can't bring what's his name back, the guy that played Finn.
Oh yeah, John Boyega.
Yeah, because he caused
a
lot of controversy, but in a sense, I kind of understand
the controversy. Again, that's a missed opportunity, but go ahead.
Yeah. I understand the controversy, but at the same time, they don't want that drama.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Finn could have been a great character. A stormtrooper who starts to have to learn what life is like on the, and develops that conscious. Like, again, it was a missed character. I don't entirely blame him for being pissed off about that.
Right.
But the sequels, I think by and large, it's funny. The sequels have redeemed the prequels because people used to trash the prequels. And then the sequels kind of came out and was like, well, the prequels actually weren't that bad. By the fact that people actually like seeing Ewan McGregor again as Obi-Wan. I grew up with the original series with Alec Guinness. Ewan McGregor is my Obi-Wan. That's just the way it is for me.
Right.
So, but cool. Any other final thoughts?
Only thing I say, just if you're gonna do a Star Wars film, perfect. Go by the books. Go by the comics. And I'm not saying verbatim, but the course, a systematic part of Star Wars were the books, the comics. And I'm only referring to, not because of this, I'm referring to as the previous sequels. And some of the stuff didn't match up. And I'm going to be honest. Yeah, it was good to see it, but it was like whoever directed it just didn't have that aesthetic or that whole construct of what the lore was about.
You're talking the sequels, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the problem was it was J.J. Abrams had the entire trilogy out in his head what was going to happen. And then Rian Johnson's like, yeah, screw that, And then he just diverged so much in Last Jedi that I don't blame J.J. Abrams like some do. I think he had to do what he could to return Episode 9 back to what he wanted it to be. Right. But Episode 8 had done so much damage to his trilogy vision that there was no coming back from it. So that's why it was a very, very convoluted series in my mind.
Because there were certain characters that were supposed to be becoming Jedis. And like Finn was supposed to have been a Jedi. and they just went left field.
Yeah, and in episode 9, it's like, Rey. Actually, well, the entire series was Rey, but in this case, Rey, I have something to tell you, and then he just never says a thing.
Yeah,
He's supposed to actually say, I have force powers or something to that effect, but there was only so much that they can cram in there. I'm not a J.J. Abrams apologist here, but I think in this case, like I said, he had an entire vision for that trilogy. The original script for Last Jedi centered around Luke, his wife, and his 2 kids. And his 2 kids were going to be assisting Rey. And that would have been interesting there. But instead, they made him a curmudgeon-y old man who was drinking green cow milk.
right.
Hell, even Mark Hamill was like, this was not what Lucas wanted. He had a hard time reconciling the character.
Right.
And to see it again with Mandalorian was the exact the response the fans had. Because Mandalorian, again, was Dave Filoni, as I mentioned before, who did Rebels and Clone Wars, but also Favreau. So they redeemed Luke in a way that made the fans, cry.
They sure enough did.
Yeah, so anyway, I can go on for a week and a half on this, but I won't. So anything else before we wrap it up?
That's it, man. That's it.
Cool. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I saw the it's funny, actually, when as soon as I said, any other final thoughts, I just watched like the view count just go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I'm watching the numbers here. They just dropped like a rock. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Dave. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you coming on early. I know you got to go to work today, so
yeah.
But anyway, thanks as always. Appreciate it. Tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern, they are going to be doing Ms. Marvel. So this is going to be double duty for Mr. Boozy over here.
Yeah.
So 5 p.m. Eastern for that, for him and Ryan. I will not be doing that one. I will probably be working on getting my mother-in-law into my house, which happens now in about 3.5 weeks. So that'll be my day today.
And we have a special guest.
Yes, you do. That's right. Yes, so talk a little bit about that real quick.
Well, I do have a friend from New York who is a huge Comic-Con nerd.
Mm-hmm.
She's a teacher. She teach elementary, but she always liked going to Comic-Con. She's a real fanatic on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to. I basically brought her aboard so we could get her ideas because she is from Indian descent, and and I asked her if she was interested, and she was like, definitely. So we'll see how things go.
So cool. But yeah, so that'll be tonight, 5 p.m. The 3 of them in this particular case. I appreciate. Thank you, guys. Appreciate. D, thank you. You go get ready for work now. Catch you later.